You ready? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. You know, the only thing that Simone loves more than McDonald's and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is America's ability to win every war. You know, war's been around this country for quite some time. In 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean, yes, he was not smartest man. He thought he found India, but he actually discovered America. And discover America, he did.
Just so everybody thinks I actually did something, I'm gonna name you all Indians now.
And you know, they loved their nicknames and they were never outraged about it ever again. Then Chris Columbus, he says, you know, I like this America. I'm going to tell all of my white friends to come on over. Come on over, white people, and bring your STDs, and bring your Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon, waspy, whatever, and increase natural selection. So they say, let's go to America. Oh, hello, white people. So they send us lots of tea, but then we try to Amazon Prime it back. There's no free shipping no more. So, you know, we decided to just throw it in harbor. But there's a lot of other shenanigans, and so we have our first war, the American Revolutionary War.
Hey, you British dandies! Get your faggoty-ass tea out of our coffee house!
Say, we are far too busy covering weights and listening to the intricacies of the Beatles to deal with this.
So the Americans rejoice in a big bro feast, and they talk about democracy and yeah, get them real hard. Rah-rah-ree, kick a knee, rah-rah-rah, kick another knee. Yes! And then we get our country. How cool is that? Then a few years later, we have some little fights. The North and South don't like each other. We start fighting about the economy, labor, who has better pizza.
Well, it would seem we're at a disagreement.
Well, it would seem so.
Well, we have better cheese and more manufacturers, so we have better guns. Well, we have more willing volunteers. Get your ass back here! Well, you're all savages. We don't treat our laborers poorly.
Excuse me, sir. I'm having trouble breathing from all of the fumes that I've been inhaling in the factory where I've been working for the past 13 hours.
Get back to work, child. I'm paying you.
Then the North and South keep fighting until Lincoln is shot in the back of the head.
Bang!
And we all agree that John Wilkes Booth was a mediocre actor anyway. And after that, they never fought about state lines ever again.
Remember the Alamo!
Hey, Now let's talk about how America became back-to-back World War champions. The Europeans have a big fight with their neighbors and plead for America to help, but then we try to stay out of it because we have superior intelligence and just want to stay out of foreign affairs.
Man, isn't it great to not be suffering in wartime?
Dude, Germany just threw a rock through our window.
Lock and load, brothers.
Then America brings big guns and big muscles and they destroy everything. Then we blame everything on Germany because, like, what's the worst harm that they can do? Years later, Europe comes back for World War II, Nazi regime boogaloo. America doesn't want to messy their hands again until trouble comes right to our doorstep.
Man, isn't it great to not be suffering in wartime?
Dude, Japan just threw a rock through our window.
Lock and load, brothers.
America gets best and brightest and most sexy people magazine and sexy man of the year, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, people's sexiest man of the year. Happy birthday to you. You know, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, he was a great president. He was a really great man. He loved to visit the pigs at the bay. He hated communism. He really hated communism. But the only people at the time that really practiced communism were Vietnamese. In Vietnam, the only thing you have to really worry about is that we get long-haired, man-bun hippies, and we get tie-dye, and we get people burning their craft cards.
No. You're just going to skip over all of the atrocities done to the Vietnamese people?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? That wasn't even our war to fight. We were not supposed to be there. That was a North and South Vietnamese war.
No, this guy was irrelevant. I don't know anything about this. I don't know at all.
People need to know about that.
Anyway, the only thing that matters is America won! You know, that brings us about to today. America's war on all thing terrorism began not too long ago.
Man, isn't it great to not be suffering in wartime?
Dude, Al-Qaeda just threw a rock.
Lock and load, brother!
And the war on terror continues more or less today. For more information, visit the work of director Kathryn Bigelow. The end. Note.
What?
There's a whole other thing. Did you not read the rest of the email? I had puppies and I had little tap numbers. I'm sorry. Here, you take these and you take these and we go to the land of Dixie. We go to the land of Dixie.
I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Well, here I am in war-torn America. It seems I must do my job now as part of the American machine and join my brothers in the ranks to fight against Mr. Lincoln's army. It'll be hard leaving behind my wife and my son. Son, it's time for you to be a man now.
But Daddy, I don't know how to take care of the farm, and I definitely don't know how to take care of Mom.
Need you to be brave, son. You're the man of the house now.
But Daddy, you can't take on the Axis powers by yourself. What if you get shot by Hitler?
Now you listen to me, boy. I'm gonna join Colonel Custer's army. And no Yankee is gonna shoot me down. No Ohioan is gonna kill me and take my land. Well, so long, son.
What am I gonna do? I don't know how to tend to farm animals or take care of Mom. I barely know my alphabet. Oh, this is terrible. I can't believe Mom would just let him walk off to war like that. Mom! How could you let Dad just walk off to war like that?
Oh, there was no stopping him, honey. He's off to fight Washington's war now.
But look, he gets deserted somewhere in Poland.
Now, don't you sass off to me like that, young man. It's bad enough we gotta house British soldiers in our home. I don't need another smartass in here.
But Mom, what freezes to death in the Russian winter? You know, I bet you wanted him to leave. I bet you wanted him to go away.
Well, if you know so much, then why don't you just go join your father and his rowdy tea-dumping chums?
Maybe I will. I'm off to enlist.
Now my son's gone too. I got no husband and no more children, but between the revolution and the smallpox, all 8 of them are gone. It's bad enough I got taxation without representation. Oh, what am I to do? How will I go on?
I wish I was in the land of cotton. The times there are not forgotten.
My husband? Is that you?
in the hearts and minds of South Carolinians. Never forget what this war was about!
What's that?
Money. I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland.
All right, students, go ahead and grab your seats. Good morning, students. It's so nice to see all of you here eager and ready to learn.
Okay, people, everyone get your butt in a seat. You have about 10 seconds to get your nose out of your smartphone before I confiscate it.
Now, before we begin reviewing our timetables, the government's FCDA department has mandated that we have an air raid drill to instruct you on what to do in case we have a nuclear air raid from Russia. So, let's review our duck and cover protocol.
Now, before we start today's PowerPoint presentation, it's been suggested that we cover our emergency protocol.
In the event that we know a nuclear bomb is well on its way, we are going to go down the east hallway, past the gym, and into our nuclear fallout shelter. There's enough food in there to last us a week. However, I do encourage you to attend the non-perishable food drive next Thursday to help keep it stocked.
Let me get that leaflet out. Oh yes, here we are. In case of a fire, please exit out the nearest stairwell. In case of a hurricane, your parents will be notified to come pick you up. We don't really get tornadoes here, so we don't need to cover that. Oh, most important thing to know, what to do in case of terrorist attack. In case of a bomb, please exit out the nearest stairway. In case a weapon or other paraphernalia is found on campus, your parents will be notified to come pick you up. We don't really get any suspicious characters around here, so we don't need to cover that.
Timmy, stop doodling on your desk and pay attention. This is all for your safety.
Sammy, get your earphones out of your ears. I'm not exactly having a blast covering this either.
In the event that a nuclear bomb or other serious threat by air-like fighter planes, we will use the duck and cover protocol. Now, I know all of you have been through this in your gym class, but it's important that we review it here as well.
Now, in case of a gunman, whether terrorist or other garden variety whack job, you need to know if you're a fight or flight kind of person. You need to decide now whether you're going to run out like a sissy or fight back like a brave idiot.
Now remember, when I blow this whistle, we are going to duck under our desk and cover our heads to prevent our faces from melting off in the nuclear explosion.
Now, in case of threat of nuclear explosion, start praying to whatever God you believe in.
All right, children, get ready to duck and cover.